My name is Wadih Kassis, and to start off, I just want to say that I graduated from USF School of Business, Go Bulls, and talk about my background and about myself. Um, I was born and raised in St. Petersburg, Florida. I speak Spanish and Arabic, and learn and know how to read and write in both languages. And about my background, before working where I currently work now, I work for Enterprise Mobility. Before this, I used to be a banker for 5 years at JP Morgan Chase. And then before that as well, I did manage a liquor store that we own. So about my interest, I golf as much as I can, to be honest with you. And I also train right now to become a runner. So by the end of this year, I am going to be running a marathon. And also, I'm currently training right now for a high rocks competition. It's just like CrossFit, but without the crazy bodybuilding, weightlifting. So who I am as a person, I would honestly say I'm a very nice person, but I see everything and call everything how I see it. I would say I'm very trustworthy and adaptable per any situation it is, and just try to see the bright side of things, but at the same time being straightforward on what I see and how I see things. So right now, I currently work for Enterprise Mobility, and I manage the Tallahassee Airport. Right now, we have about 720 cars that I manage every single day. I'm there at 4 in the morning, sometimes all the way to 1 o'clock in the morning, depending if I open or close. But mainly, I make sure that the cars that I have are not on recall. Maintenance are done on them. Everything's clean, safe, sanitized for the customer that I'm giving the car to, depending if it's a national customer, Alamo, or enterprise customer. And there's different, distinctions on who gets what car and how, per mileage and things like that. And just manage a team of about 20 people with auto detailers, drivers, customer service reps in the front desk up in the Tallahassee airport. And then also know the logistics side of how to get as tight as possible to sell out of every car, to grow my fleet. And right now, my goal is to get to 800 cars. And then also to feed my other locations within the city. If they need cars, I hold the biggest fleet in all of Tallahassee. And then if they need cars, I'll shuttle out cars if they need to, just to make my business tight to grow, and also get their cars to them so their business can grow, so they can also sell out, because the tighter we get, the more money we make, and that's how we grow. Now, to transition to the next question on why I think I would be a good medical salesperson. Well, first and foremost, why I think I would be a great salesperson for the medical industry is because since working at the bank and now to enterprise and to transition to this medical sales job, I see everything and do everything upon relationships. I build upon relationships. I sell everything upon relationships. If you don't have a good relationship with the physician, a doctor, a person, or whoever the case may be in front of you, or you're trying to sell that product, if you don't have a good relationship, you're not going to sell anything, because people buy from people that they trust. And if you don't have that trust and relationship already established, nothing's going to happen. And that's just how I see it. And to be honest, I'm very straightforward. I'm very confident in what I say. And I strongly believe in everything I say, because I've done my research and everything of whatever the case is, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is and why it's gonna help you and help me at the same time. But before that even gets to that point, my goal is to build a relationship first and that trust, and then once that happens, everything goes well. And then also, now transitioning to the other question on where I worked with a team to accomplish a goal. So this was where I was transitioning into the next shift lead, which is around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, where the morning person leaves, and I come in. And it was to the point where it's one of our busiest days, which is every single Sunday, we most likely run out of cars. And to the point where I came in and there was 10 cars, and I had about 60 reservations for the rest of the day, and that means there's 50 cars I need to find. And it was to the point where I called every vendor that my other cars were either getting oil changed, service, maintenance, whatever the case is, glass, tires. I called everyone to go as fast as they can safely to get these cars done and finished and fixed, to be able to come in, we can inspect the car, make sure it's good and clean, pass our standards to the point where we can clean the car and ship it all the way to our Tallahassee Airport rental center. So wherever the cars are ready and clean and good to go. And also to the point where I had to call places outside of Tallahassee to see if I can borrow cars to get my reservations accommodated, because if I don't, I look bad and I'll make the enterprise name look bad as well. And that's just not what I am about. So if there's a will, there's a way. And come to find out, I have managed to get more than enough cars. I finished getting 60 cars. So that ended up with me leaving 10 cars for the next day for the next person on Monday, which is great. And it's always a goal to leave cars for the next day, even though we want to run as tight and sell out of every single car. But I managed to get every car with all my auto detailers to stop our production line for about 2 hours in the day, to the point we had to go get cars to bring them back, clean them, and I had to step in and help them clean with my auto detailers, just to move production, to speed up all those 2 hours that we lost, to accommodate everyone's reservation. And it was a great accomplishment. And that just proved to me that, there's no point of giving up. If there's a will, there's a way. And I had to drive all the way, hours worth, just to get cars and just to accommodate my situation, even though I took cars from other businesses. And per the last two questions, yes, I will be comfortable traveling 2 weeks within a month. That would be an awesome experience for me, just to learn different areas and to learn the different demographics around the area that I'll be traveling to, and just to gain more experience and build more relationship, because to me, that's how I see it. The more I travel, the more people I get to talk to, the more relationships I get to build. And that right there will give me the perfect formula to execute my role at New Wave Endo, to be a great sales rep. And I am more than excited about this opportunity. The reason is because I have this really big itch that I'm just trying to satisfy, and Enterprise has given me a little bit of that itch. And I just feel like I'm capable of doing way more. And this is, for me, like one of my dream jobs. And to be able to be this far is a blessing. And I've worked hard and networked with a lot of people to get here. And I feel this opportunity would be the best opportunity to satisfy my itch. For one, my dream job, and just to accomplish the goals that I want to accomplish with this sales position. And this is why I feel working at New Wave Endo will be the best opportunity for me to be the best person I am, and be the best salesperson I could possibly be.